Now that last demonstration was cold starting. I want to see if I can give you some helpful hints and tips for hot starting, because that's a real common problem with these old Allises, especially when it's a crank start only. It can be really frustrating hot starting these things. And I think the biggest problem usually is, it has to do with these modern fuels with ethanol and stuff. They have a very low boiling point, and as the engine sits here hot, all these vapors go up on into your manifold, and it's very rich vapor conditions. It's too rich to ignite properly. And as soon as you start cranking with the gas on, you're pulling more fuel in, and next thing you know, you got a flooded condition. That's usually the problem. So what I do with this one is I just throttle it back all the way, so I'm not letting any fuel on the intake. See, this is how I shut this tractor off. I just pull the throttle. See, that's the lowest idle position, as low as it can possibly still run. And then to shut it off, I just pull this all the way back. That cuts off all the fuel to the intake and shuts down the engine. And that position can be really effective for when it's flooded, which is usually the problem in hot start conditions. Just put it back in the full off position and crank it over a few times, and that burns up the excess fuel in there because the ignition is still firing. And then as soon as it starts to hit, then I go ahead and throttle it up to the very lowest position, and usually that'll do it. I can get it started. And on this one, I've got this throttle linkage right here in a nice handy position, so if it starts to fire, sometimes it'll die right away because it's not getting enough fuel. But this one, I can try to be prepared right away to run up in here and pull on the throttle, rev it a couple of times to keep it running. That can be real helpful. Now let's see if I can manage to hot start it. This one is hot right now, and it's been sitting a short while. Under the conditions, that's usually really difficult to start. We'll give it a try and see if my methods will work here. It has been working pretty good lately. I had another idea I wanted to show you too, though. Under these flooded conditions, some of these manifolds have a threaded hole here in a pipe plug, and I've heard some guys can pull that plug in those hot start conditions, and it lets fresh air in there to clear the cylinders, and they can get them hot started that way and put the plug back in. And I've seen other ones that have a petcock like this. And if I have any more hot starting problems, I'm going to go ahead and install this on the manifold. Thread the this one would be 1/4 inch pipe threads, this little petcock here, and that way I could open it up under flooded conditions, let some fresh air in there to clear the cylinders, and then just reach right up. It's a nice handy position, and you shut it back off and run it that way. That could be a potential cure that I'm going to try. But so far, my latest procedures have been working pretty well, so I may not have to do that. See if I can get it started. Okay. I'm going to start out with the throttle on a real low position. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to kickstart a Harley. This here is what you call an air kickstarter. I had a girlfriend once that I swear she could suck start a Harley. Give it a little choke, and John.